One. Sorry, guys. I had some technical difficulties right there in the very beginning, but I don't even know if you guys even saw that, man. If you didn't, then whatever. You never saw it. But if you did see that, you didn't see that. All right, guys. It's been a incredible week of football. But before we start about and talk about football, make sure you subscribe below. We only need 94 more subscribers to hit 200, and be sure to hit that like button. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the one, the only. He goes by Danaconda during the day and Brother Dan at night. How's it doing, Brother Dan?
I'm doing swell today, my friend. How are you?
Just living the American dream, working, living it up.
Before I go into further details, you guys, me and my girlfriend picked out pumpkins today. I just got to show all the viewers how cool these bad boys are.
Those are some pretty big pumpkins, actually.
Yeah.
You guys gonna cover them?
She's like, I want you to do 10 reps with these pumpkins or else.
You getting stencils for those? Gonna do like some designs or something?
Yeah, we're gonna carve them. I'm gonna carve a really deformed pumpkin. 5 years, nice. She said.
I want to try.
I don't know if they last 5 years.
Me and Haley got to go get some pumpkins. We're probably not going to do that till like a week or two from now. But yeah. Alrighty. So before we talk about anything, let's talk about Joe Hayden, man. That boy has retired. I'm going to share my screen with you. Where is he at? Boom. Okay. It's a Bleacher Report reporting. 3-time Pro Bowl cornerback Joe Hayden is retiring from the NFL. Drew Rosenhaus, Hayden's agent, confirmed that ESPN's Adam Schefter, the 33-year-old, will sign a one-day contract with the Cleveland Browns to retire with the team that drafted him. I know there's a bunch of teams that were expressing interest in him leading up to it. There's some reports that he was trying to go back to the Steelers. He just said that was fake news. Yeah. This dude is quite amazing. Let's see. On 55 targets at the primary defender in 2021, Hayden allowed a completion percentage of 60.0, a quarterback rating of 100.1, and 3 touchdowns. It was the highest completion percentage allowed since Pro Football Reference began tracking it back in 2018. So maybe that's why he gave it up. He's been in the NFL for quite a long time. I think it was 12 years. Danny, what's your thoughts on this, man?
He was a shutdown corner when he got drafted out of the Cleveland Browns. He was a very phenomenal, one of the most explosive and ball-hawking DBs there was when he was wearing that dog pound uniform, you know. He played a couple good seasons with the Steelers. I think age caught up with him a little bit, like it catches up with everybody. I think he just couldn't play at an elite level anymore, and I don't think he wanted to be remembered for his style of play being bad. I think he wanted to go out on top. So I remember his days as a Brown. Nobody threw his way because you couldn't. It's going the other way if you throw his way. So pick 6 all day.
Yeah, he was very solid for several seasons. I think he played 7 with the Cleveland Browns and 5 with the Steelers. I'm kind of glad that he went back to Cleveland Browns, even though he never won a Super Bowl with them or with the Steelers or anything like that. But, you know, he's still an exceptional player, and he did really great by shutting down one whole side of the field. So,
yeah, he was good at what he did, and I wish him the best. And whatever he does after football, maybe he'll come back and coach and win a ring. You know what I mean? Because players like that don't do things the bad way, do their business, handle things like a pro, good for the community, do things on and off the field. That's just great for society. I mean, that's exceptional right there. So obviously he didn't win one. Hopefully he can come back as a coach and win some hardware, because players like that, you want them to succeed.
Or maybe even be like an analyst going on TV and talking, maybe being like a broadcaster where like he's calling games and talking about, football in general. I mean, it's always good when you hear other football players that have played the game come back and they go and talk about it on air and you're listening to them. So like in live action, when certain things happening, you're like listening to their side of that position, which is pretty cool.
And yes, I do want to hear the football talk. I want them to say to me that Tom Brady did not deflate those balls, damn it.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He's not a cheater. I do.
Browns called an only players meeting and they won. Do you think it worked? Do you think like players only meetings work? Or do you think because usually in my opinion, when someone calls a players only meeting, it's usually bad news. It means that your team's not getting it together. They're not on the same page. I've never seen someone be doing good and they're like, you know what? We need to call a players only meeting, man. We're doing fucking good. Just saying. So, what are your thoughts on this, Danny? On them calling a players only meeting. Do you think that it worked and that was the reason why they won, or do you think that they're doomed?
I don't think the team's doomed. They did it early. They're not bad. I mean, it's not like they had a losing record or anything. I mean, they went after it now. Any issues that the team had? I mean, listen, they were fighting adversity and issues all offseason when Deshaun Watson got traded to the Browns, and they got a lot of backlash just because of his sexual assault allegations and everything that he did. So when he got traded to the Browns, I think they were already fighting a lot of internal stuff. So I think this player meeting wasn't really that bad of a thing anyways. I mean, this is all football related too on top of it. So I think they're getting all these issues hashed out at once now before it's too late in the season. So get it done early while you're winning. Start smooth sailing with your team, and whatever issues you had, get it out on the table now and figure it out. Because at the end of the day, coaches can coach, but players got to be held accountable and they got to go out there and perform. If they're not performing, I mean, it's not the coach's fault. I mean, they're just not getting business done. You got to be paying attention to detail and get the job done, basically. And any outside issues, you got to get that out on the table and discuss it and put that under the rug.
True. Yeah, and the weird thing is, Jacoby Brissett was one of those people that was part of that players only meeting, but also back when he was on the Colts, I remember when we had to be called into not we, but the team was doing a players only meeting. He was also part of that too as well. So I don't know if that's his thing. If he sees his team's not on the right page, maybe he just brings them together and that's just what he does. But it seemed to work because they won and they came out rolling. Were they 29-10 or something like that, or 17 or some shit?
Yeah, they're just going out rolling on all cylinders. I mean, it's performing at the highest level. I mean, things like that could be good depending on what people you have in your locker room. And if everyone's on the same page and everybody's like coming together as a family, I mean, you can make things happen beautifully.
Absolutely. Let's see. So the 49ers had the parameters of a trade agreement in place that would have sent Jimmy Garoppolo to the Commanders at this year's scouting combine. But the deal fell apart due to Jimmy Garoppolo wanting to have his surgery. Because he had his surgery, they just said, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna look elsewhere." And the Commanders decided to talk to the Colts about Carson Wentz and bring him over to their team. Is that pretty crazy that Jimmy Garoppolo could have been on the Commanders and honestly the Wentz could still be on the Colts?
I mean, good thing everything happens for a reason, right? I mean, obviously that worked out when you guys' favor. You got Matt Ryan. Obviously, you guys are not playing the best ball right now, but I mean, with that win against the Chiefs, sorry for the little slam, guys. You guys are moving in the right direction. I mean, hopefully that shifts momentum. But I think Carson Wentz going to the Commanders and Jimmy G staying with the 49ers and them being scared about the shoulder surgery, it worked out for all three parties. Mainly the Colts and the 49ers, because the 49ers lost their quarterback and Trey Lance for the season. Colts got their guy, Matt Ryan, and the Commanders got their interception machine in Carson Wentz. So everybody's happy.
It's so weird, though. It's like it was fate for all these guys. Carson Wentz needed a fresh start. I mean, there's already people calling for his head and saying that we needed to boot him from the team. And then we did. It was like, whoa. So like that was unheard of. Usually we stick with everybody, you know, like we're not guys that usually boot people out of town, but that's what we did. And we started over and we went hard at Matt Ryan when he was available. And he's been great since he's come over. I mean, the transition's been great. We're just waiting to see the results. You know, that offensive line and him fumbling the ball a lot. it's kind of hindering our team a lot. So once we get those things figured out, I feel like our team will take another step. We also need a little bit better proven receivers. I think Alex Pierce had a really good pro football grade in the last game against the Chiefs. So hopefully he can keep taking a step forward. Maybe he can be a compliment to Michael Pittman. And Jelani Woods looks like a dog. Like he looks like a dog, dude. I'm telling you right now. Put him on your watch list, people. That dude is a dog.
I see the touch. Yeah, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, right at the end, him catching that stuff. That was insane.
A lot of athleticism.
So, Rihanna is going to be in the Super Bowl halftime show of 2023. I fucking love it. I've seen Twitter's showing their love. Haley loves it. There was a rumor, though, that Taylor Swift was going to do it. And then there was like immediate backlash. Like my girlfriend's like, oh, hell no. They're putting her on there? Ew. I'm not watching it. And I was like, wow. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, never mind. Never mind. We heard Haley does not want Taylor Swift on there. And the next thing you know, Rihanna. She was like, woohoo! Yeah! I was like, this motherfucker, bro. But yeah.
You know what I feel about that halftime show? It's going to shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. I hope even Eminem comes up on there and sings the love the way you lie. And then I think it'd be even better.
What if she has like a whole bunch of features? Like she just has artist after artist after artist, just like hit after hit after hit after hit, just coming out with her on the stage, just doing her thing, man.
I hope it tops last year's halftime show because that was probably one of the better halftime shows I've seen in the last 10 years.
Who played last year?
It was like Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg.
I like that. I mean, it's all right. It wasn't like terrible, and it wasn't like extraordinary, but I liked it.
Dr. Dre's my dude.
I think we have feedback of what did you just change your mind? Because I think we had feedback of you back then on this show saying that you liked it.
We'll see. I mean, if we got things that far back of me saying that, bring it up.
Oh, I'll bring up the receipts, bro. Don't test me. I'll look that shit up. Let's see what else we got over here. The injury report. Test confirmed. Patriots quarterback Mac Jones has suffered a pretty severe high ankle sprain and he's lost to the Ravens. He's going to be out for quite a while. How do you feel about that, Danny?
That fucking sucks. Let's be real. Tom Brady Jr. cannot get injured like that. I don't know what Bill Belichick is doing in his senile age, but when Tom was on that team, we didn't have these fucking injury issues. We were following the TB12 method, the TB12 right with Alex Guerrero. You know what I mean? So I'm like, when Tom was on that team, everybody was following his nutritional cult of a diet. And everybody was healthy and not getting injured.
Mac Jones just thinks he's got his own little method and everything that's going on.
That doesn't.
Yeah, it's not working.
No, I think that's bad. Now we got Brian Hoyer the Destroyer. What are we gonna
destroy your team, bro? Everybody hammer the other what do they call that? Not the dog.
Not the fight in the dog. It's the dog in the fight.
No, I mean for betting, it's like not the underdog, the overdog. Ah, fuck, mother. Just take the opponent. The opposing opponent money line every single time and take the fucking spread. Do all of the above. You said what?
Who are the Patriots playing this week? I think it's the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm hammering.
No, it's Green Bay. It's Green Bay. They're playing at Lambeau Field. Fuck, that's a loss.
Oh, still L. Yeah. You guys are. I
don't know why that's funny.
Packers are favored +10 or -10, bro.
It's not funny. I don't want my team to lose.
I think it'll be even further than that. I think it's going to be like by 20 points, honestly. You guys should just take that 10, guys. Take that spread right now. Also, go over there and, I mean, you can wait a little bit, see if it fluctuates, but they're not really good odds right now. It's just like -475 is what I think I'm looking at. Yeah,
I don't know. Not my team.
Stuff like that. There's no value in that. But anyways, Lions running back DeAndre Swift has suffered a shoulder sprain in Sunday's loss to the Vikings per source. It's not expected to require surgery, but Swift could miss some time. And I've heard a rumor that it could be 3 to 6 weeks. Yeah, I don't have him, but
I have him, dickhead.
I'm picking him up his replacement on the waiver wire in Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams. Chargers left tackle Rashawn Slater suffered a ruptured biceps tendon in Sunday's loss to the Jaguars and is expected to miss the rest of the 2022 seasons, per sources. Huh?
You think that injury hurt?
You said what?
You think the injury hurt him?
All pro 49-year-old left tackle Trent Williams has a high ankle sprain. Coach Kyle Shanahan said no surgery, but those usually require a month of rehab at least.
He's old. He's getting injured more.
That's true. He is getting injured more, but I don't think he's old. Brandon Staley says edge rusher Joey Bosa has a significant groin injury and will be a week to week.
That's the Chargers season for you.
Indeed. Oh. I will be right back. Hold on.
Don't worry, guys. Gone. Oh, you're welcome back. I was going to comment.
Oh, you were about to do something? Anyways. Myles Garrett was involved in a one-car accident yesterday after leaving the practice facility. Garrett suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to a local hospital and was released later. It says Brown star defensive end Myles Garrett suffered a shoulder sprain and bicep strain in addition to lacerations in his one-car accident that happened on Monday, which was yesterday.
Know what they really say about it? Drive fast, take chances. He took his chance and it almost killed him.
I don't know if it was his fault. I don't know the details of anything. We don't know the details of anything. We need to get further information before making judgments. Pardon?
I bet it was Mason Rudolph in another vehicle hitting him off the road.
With his helmet. And his car is shaped like a helmet.
Oh, that was fucking wild when that happened.
Dak Prescott is scheduled to have the stitches removed from his surgically repaired right thumb before tonight's game. Well, tonight's game, when I wrote this yesterday, was yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it
yesterday? Monday Night Football, Giants.
It was Monday Night Football. I did write this yesterday, so it'd be yesterday's game. Let me just do this real quick.
Dak Prescott. Them boys, they suck.
Before yesterday's game, his return to action is predicated on his grip strength.
Deflate that football if you want Dak Prescott to hold that football for the Cowboys.
That would be cheating. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said running back Dalvin Cook is day-to-day with his shoulder injury. But Dalvin Cook has already reportedly said, hey, I'm playing. Don't worry about me, bud. I'm going to put a sling in this thing, and I'm good to go. So don't worry out there, fantasy football fans.
I'm going to worry because he's been having shoulder injuries since college. And that's very alarming.
He's been having it since college. He's used to it.
I'm not used to it because this is why I never draft him because he's injury prone. And we drafted him this year, and look what happened. Shoulder fucking injury.
Bro, I got him in 5 leagues. I know. I'm just rooting for him.
Yeah,
I also have Madison because I'm not an idiot.
Uh-huh.
Both will have tests today, but based on the initial diagnosis, it doesn't appear that the injuries to Saints wide receivers Michael Thomas, toe, and Jarvis Landry, foot, are serious.
Well, I'm glad the doctors got a foot on that because I was really worried about those injuries.
Well, Landry is dealing with a soreness, while Thomas, it's not the same foot as his previous ankle injury, just so you're aware.
Thank God. I don't care about Landry. He's not on my team. But Michael Thomas, we need him to be all right for fantasy football purposes.
He was doing so good coming back. He's been solid and productive. I've liked it. It's like, okay, he's steady. And then he's like, uh-oh.
The Flat King goes down with another injury. Fuck.
But you know who's been really good in his absence? Chris Olave. I got him on a team. I just picked him up last week. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a flyer on this guy. I know he's the third guy in this thing. Whatever. Just pick him up, Derek. Let's see how it goes. I picked him up. And he's doing good. Like, he did good last week. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep him. You said what?
I think he'll eventually be better than Michael Thomas and Landry.
Maybe. I mean, I guess Michael Thomas has already gone through all those injuries. Chris Olave is healthy right now, so barring injuries, hopefully they just both are at the same peak level. Like they're just killing it and they're destroying it. We just need. I don't know what it is. There just seems to be a lot of injuries lately because I know that Jameis Winston's dealing with an injury too.
Yeah.
Last injury. Okay. Steelers safety Minka Fitzpatrick is in the concussion protocol, according to Mike Tomlin. It says Fitzpatrick got assessed after the game against the Browns. So those of you that are looking to pick up the Steelers this week as a defensive streamer, I think twice about that since Minka might be out.
Yeah.
That's just me, but
The Steelers always have good defense, even though they're out with TJ Watt and him. I mean, they'll still be solid. A lot of better options.
Two elite players. But anyways, Jimmy G pulls an Orlovskys. I don't know if I have the video. I do not. But pretty much what an Orlovskys, Dan Orlovskys, if you get those of you that know, when he was on the Lions, he took a step and he ran out of the back of the end zone. And you can't do that. When you run out of the back of the end zone, it's immediately a freaking safety. And he's been the only quarterback that's done that since then. And Jimmy G did it finally. And I saw a tweet of Dan Orlovskys. He came out and said, or what do you say? He's like, I'm free or some shit like that, That's funny, but
he's very vocal analyst too.
Did you see the Jimmy G Orlovskys? I think we're gonna have to
I watched that game Sunday night when I was at work. That was one of the worst offensive games I've ever seen. But from a defensive standpoint, that was some phenomenal defense.
Jimmy G's not looking good.
No, neither is Russell Wilson though.
That's also some things like, okay, so Jimmy G, I can't give an excuse for it because he's already in he hasn't had a whole offseason, so maybe that might have affected him. But some of these players that are on offense are the same players he had last year, so he should still have the same rapport with them. He should still know them a little bit, okay? So maybe that's why. Maybe he's rusty. It's his first game back. We'll figure it out. Russell Wilson, though, that Nathaniel Hackett system that he's got over there, it's really tough to understand. I think he needs like a little bit to progress through the system to understand a little bit more before he gets it down. He gets that timing down with his receivers, and he gets that thing down with his running backs and his offensive line. I feel like just wait till later on in the season, and it's going to start to pick up. Is what I'm saying.
Can I ask you something? Did Peyton Manning or Tom Brady have this issue when they changed teams? That when Peyton Manning went from the Colts to the Broncos, Tom Brady to the Patriots?
Yeah. Tom Brady did when he first switched over to the team. I think the first 4 weeks they weren't that good or something like that, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, see, it was all Bill Belichick," and then boom, he took off and went on another level, and then we just never talked about it again.
Because he won the Super Bowl, first year with the team.
Okay, and it's only week 4. Chill out, relax. When it's like week 8 or 9, and then we can start to worry. We're like, oh wow, we are 0-8 or something like that. Then we can understand.
I'm just gonna say right now, fans. Derek is a big Colts fan, so Peyton Manning will always be the best in his eyes. Tom Brady will always be the best in my eyes because I'm a Patriots fan. I'm just saying Tom Brady is the best quarterback ever to ever cross this planet. And Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning, and no other quarterback can even hold a candle to him. So I just want to let you all know that. And now I dropped the mic. I digress.
I don't think I know that Peyton Manning is, but we're digressed. The NFL Pro Bowl, speaking of Peyton Manning, changes to skill events a flag game with Peyton Manning overseeing everything. So you know what they're
Ew.
saying? There is no more Pro Bowl. So there's no more physical contact between other players. So you no longer have to worry about injuries. So if you no longer have to worry about injuries, maybe some of these players don't back out. I think sometimes the only time you might see a player back out is if they are already injured. But they're going to have skill challenges, which is pretty cool. And we don't know what these skill challenges are at. They are still developing this. We have plenty of time. We have until January. We have a flag football game. You know, it's like a little fun game. I feel like that'll be a little bit better. You know, they're not getting injured. It's fun. You're just, you know, doing your thing. People are running. It's a speed game. You know, it's like the chance of you getting injured in that are a lot less extreme than they are when you're actually doing physical contact. And maybe people actually might give a shit and actually do it to have fun. You know, I like it. I think it's great. I feel like they still need to keep adding more to it. And I feel like they should have done this a long time ago, like 10 years ago when we first talked about this and said that this was trash. But go ahead, Danny, if you had any thoughts.
You know, as much as I hate Peyton Manning, I jokingly say that I think he's a phenomenal quarterback, second to Tom Brady, obviously. But I like what he's doing with the Pro Bowl. I think the skill challenges back will be more interesting because the Pro Bowl is a stupid game. Honestly, nobody's going full speed. They're scoring like 60, 70 points. I'm over dramatic when I say the point system, but they're scoring too high of points. There's no defense. There's really no offense. They need to bring things more fun. Pro Bowl is just a Pro Bowl. It's stupid. Bring the skill challenges back. Bring something more entertaining before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl, depending on how they want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going. And also, just want to mention to this, like, you know how there's the Hunger Games?
Yeah, the Hunger Games.
This is called the Pro Bowl games.
Oh, interesting. May the odds ever be in favor.
Right?
Players, if they fail, to die. That would suck. Like, I don't want to be the best player. Then I don't want to be
like, never mind. They're like, no, dude, you guys are all in there now. We're gonna wait for the new crop next year. You know, like, stupid.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Don't make me do it. You gotta. Oh, that'd be lovely.
I was just reading up on the Bleacher Report thing. They had a dodgeball game, so that could be one of these skill challenges. They have a throwing competitions and a 40-yard dash. There were some of the other ones. I'm just looking at some other stuff that they were saying on Bleacher Report, but yeah.
Can I add something?
Sure.
So my girlfriend's a master dodgeball player. She pegs kids right in the face.
So you're saying that you're not good at dodgeball?
No, not like her. She throws elbows. She throws the ball like 90 miles per hour at the dodgeball. She's got a...
All right.
I just want to add that. She's tough with it.
There it is. Tyreek Hill calls out Eli Apple. You're like, what? What are you talking about? Well, let me share my screen with you and I'll show you guys.
Tyreek Hill way too much.
You say what?
Tyreek Hill talks way too much for my liking.
Well, you're about to hear him right now because he's over here on Bleacher Report.
Are we playing on Prime Time that week? I didn't even know that.
Amazon Prime.
Are we playing on Amazon Prime? Oh, that's gonna be lit right there. I didn't even know that. But yeah, we're looking forward to who we play.
Bengals.
Looking forward to the challenge. It's gonna be fun, you know. And I can't wait to go against Eli Apple, man. I owe you, boy. I owe you. Yeah. The cheetah is here. That's it.
In top.
Oh shit!
The cheetah is here. The cheetah is here.
He is gonna burn Eli Apple though. Let's be real.
I am looking forward to it tomorrow because it's only going to open up some more stuff for my boy Waddle.
No, I mean I have Tyreek Hill in one league. Do we have him? Wait, you have wait.
I don't have Tyreek Hill. I just got Waddle. I got Waddle in a couple of leagues.
Only fans we have Tyreek Hill, and then Waddle Vision we have Waddle. So we have both Dolphin receivers in both of our leagues.
Do we now?
Yeah. I mean, I hate Tyreek Hill when he opens his mouth, but sometimes it's funny. But I think I get mad because he's so cocky and arrogant. But he's actually really good, and he's unhuman how fast he is.
All right, so what are we predicting for him? 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8 receptions.
If Tua is not playing, probably not. I'll give him a 98 yards.
Tua's going to play. Tua will play. I see 8 receptions, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That many yards. That's too much. I mean, you're not going to have 170 yards all the time. I'll give him 100. All right, let's bullshit. Let's just bullshit the bullshit. I'll give him 120 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I'm still saying 175.
I hope Waddle has a big game too Thursday night. We both need them to have big games Thursday night.
God, can you imagine 400 yards for Tua?
Oh, dude, and he's our backup quarterback.
I know. That's how great you are. You know, when you got Jalen Hurts on your team, stud.
Josh Allen.
Stud. We're just killing it, bro.
One goes down with injury. You're like, fuck it. The second receiver goes down with an injury. That's all right. We got 5 other receivers that are just better than everybody else.
Wasn't like Mike Evans out this week and Michael Thomas was injured. There was one week where Michael Pittman was we're like, we're stacked.
We're loaded. That's why we're 3-0. But my boss's team, Social 219's team, is something we got to be careful for because we win this week and he wins this week. We go into week 5 both being undefeated at 4-0.
Damn.
He went wide receiver heavy too. He went Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase. And he has Lamar Jackson.
I'd rather him lose, though.
Yeah, we don't want – well, he's in first place now because he scored more points. But he has Lamar Jackson. That's what's hard. Lamar Jackson's been tearing it up the last 2 weeks.
Okay. All we need for him to do is lose. So that way when he plays us and then he loses to us again, then he'll be down 2 games instead of just one game.
You got to be in first place. But first and second get bye weeks for the first round of the playoffs. But we want to be first.
You have Lamar Jackson on your team, Danny, right?
I do, and I beat you with him. Remember that?
Do you think he gets enough credit for being a pocket passer?
No, people still treat him like a running back.
Yeah. My buddy Nick is one of those people. Matt Hasselbeck actually came out and said that he doesn't get enough credit for being a pocket passer. And I was like, I agree.
They have no weapons, and he still makes it happen.
No weapons. And this is what's going on right now. I'm going to show you guys some stats real quick. All right, Lamar Jackson this season so far has the number 1 ranking in passing touchdown. I mean, he's got the number 1 passing touchdown, and he's also number 1 in pass rating. He's also tied as the number 4 rusher in the NFL. So everyone keeps talking about this man saying, oh, he's a running back. No, he is a running back and a quarterback. He is a man playing 2 positions at 1 position.
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
Lamar Jackson, everybody all on to compare him to Michael Vick. He's 100 times better than Michael Vick.
Oh, yeah, I think so for sure. A lot faster, too.
When he won that MVP for the league a couple years ago, honestly, he might win his second this year. That's how confident I feel in his playmaking abilities.
He's killing it, man. He really is. Like, he just got 51 points, I think, against Haley. I think. Were you going against Haley this week?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked. I don't think I am.
I think you are.
I'll check. I'm not sure.
That's why I feel bad for her. I think it's because she's losing to you this week, and then she's going to lose to me next week, and she's going to be 0-4. But it's all about that comeback.
Well, we know that. We almost lost the Slayers and the Waddle Vision because of fucking CeeDee Lamb.
So close, dude. I was like, oh, my God, no.
When he played that touchdown, that one-handed fucking touchdown, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude. I was throwing a little fit at the bar. I'm like, if I lose to CeeDee Lamb without Dak Prescott, I'm going to forever hate the Cowboys even more. I despise the Cowboys. They're not even an NFL team, if you ask me. They suck. Everything about them sucks. They're not America's team. That's the Patriots. Patriots are America's team.
I don't think anyone's called them America's team in a long time. That's never – you don't see that on TV much anymore, especially on Sunday Night Football like we just watched. They didn't say anything about America's team. They got rid of that stuff.
Yeah, it's foolish. It's gross.
Odel speaks out on NFL stadiums with turf. And you're like, what? Here, I'll show you. Just get rid of it altogether, bro. Well, he said fucking together, bro. But anyways, billions made off this game. I can't understand why we can't play on grass. That shit is rough. Prayers up for my brother. Shit just hurt my heart. And who he's talking about is Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard has now torn his ACL, and he is out for the season. Okay? And he just had his Achilles injury last year. It's very unfortunate, and it happened on turf. There's a lot of NFL players that are vying or wanting grass instead of turf, because they believe it's going to lead to less injuries. And I feel like they should have some statistics for this so that they can prove that to the NFL. Hire someone to do this. But the NFL, man, they make so much money. It's like they don't understand why, because it's a lot of upkeep to take care of grass and things like that than it is to have a turf stadium. We get it. But you have billions of dollars. You have the money. Why not do it? Like, you have your investment. I guess the way of seeing it is, if you lose, like Lamar Jackson, for example, he's an exceptional player. He's your whole team. I guarantee you, if you lost Lamar Jackson, there might be a lot less people that go to your game. You know what I mean?
Well, look at it for like the Cowboys, for example, Dak Prescott. I mean, obviously the Cowboys, they're going to lose a lot anyway. They're like the Cubs. The Cubs can lose 100 games and people still go and see them play. It's like the Cowboys. They can go 0-19. People want to steal that trash heap. But that's neither here or there. But I'm saying, like the Ravens, for example, if the Bears are playing the Ravens, I'm not going to see the Bears play. They're a trash heap. I want to go see Lamar Jackson play because he's an electric player. I like watching him play. He does things that I probably never see again after he retires. So I'm like, if he were to get a season-ending injury, okay, that ticket I was going to buy for $300 to go see them play, I'm not going to go see them play now, because why would I want to go see the backup quarterback play?
Exactly the point. So it's like, why don't these NFL owners see that? They're like, okay, I don't want to lose any money. I know that this could potentially, I think they're just like risking. It's kind of like insurance. Some people don't want to have insurance because they don't think they need it until they actually need it. It's just one of those things. Those guys are like, oh, I don't want to change anything. I'm just going to keep it the way it is right now. I'm saving money on it. It's the cost-effective way, and I'll deal with it when it happens then. And then it happens, and you're like, oh, fuck. I guess I'll still deal with it. Like they still don't change it. It's just, they don't care. It's cheap. Whatever makes them more money. And right now that seems to be the way, and they just want to risk it.
Yeah, I understand.
They'll probably just market another player.
Yeah. I mean, like, if like a couple years ago when we went to those Colts and Patriot games together, if Tom Brady wasn't playing, I'd probably never went to those games. That's just examples right there. I lied. I would have went because Gronkowski's playing, but an Edelman, but that's neither here or there.
I feel. I mean, that's some of the reason why I go to some games, as certain particular players are playing, or quarterbacks. But speaking of specific quarterbacks, there is one that is balling out right now. And his name is Jalen Hurts. He's the first player with at least, and that's our quarterback. He's the first player with at least 900 passing yards and 100 rushing yards through 3 games since at least 1950. Dude's balling out. I don't know what it is every single year. I always pick like one quarterback I think is going to ball out or have a sleeper every year. Like they're going to wake up and then they're really going to flourish. He was them. He was one of them.
And I want to add to that. I remember when we were drafting our squad together, you gave me options. You gave me the dibs to pick the first quarterback. I'm like, okay, you pick the second then. You let me pick my boy Josh Allen, because you know how big I am with Josh Allen with his playmaking abilities on his legs and with his arm. Him and Stephon Diggs has like a beautiful connection that I can't even describe. It's like getting married times 100 when they throw the ball and he catches it. I don't know. It's fucking phenomenal. But when you came to the second quarterback, you're like, okay, we're taking Jalen Hurts. And I'm like, oh, wow, I don't know how I feel about that guy. Him and Tua were sharing snaps in college at Alabama. I'm like, going back and forth at starting. I'm like, I don't know if Jalen Hurts should be good in the NFL. And you looked at me. Your eyes were sparkling like an angel. Sorry, no homo. But I'm like, like, what are we going to do? I'm like, well, don't worry, Dan. We're drafting Jalen Hurts. I know what I'm talking about. You said that a couple years ago with Lamar Jackson, then he wins the MVP. And I'm like, you're right. Again, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I've picked Patrick Mahomes the year that he broke out. Then it was Josh Allen, I believe. Then it was Lamar Jackson. Last year, who did I pick last year?
You took Justin Herbert.
It might have been Justin Herbert, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this year, it was Jalen Hurts. We'll see who it is next year.
Yeah.
Um,
Quarterback play.
Another quarterback who's giving a lot of shade to another quarterback is Eli Manning. I was watching the Eli Manning and Peyton Manning podcast, or not podcast, like Monday Night with Eli Manning on the Monday Night Football thing, whatever, on ESPN Plus, and he shaded Russell Wilson at the very end of some segment. They were about to go to commercial, and he goes, because they were talking about Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos, and they haven't been doing very good. And they said, damn, they should have paid all that money to Russell Wilson. They should have gave it to the punter.
Did you say that before? Was it supposed to be on live television when he said that, or was it supposed to go to commercial break before he said that?
He was about to go to commercial break, but like it didn't go to commercial break yet. And he said that. But like I'm like, damn, dude. But it's $220 million. He's like, they should have paid that to the punter. I'm like, because they've been making so many punts lately.
Yeah. That's a hard. I mean, Eli Manning doesn't have any fucking room to talk. If I know I hate Peyton Manning, but nobody despises Eli Manning like I do, the younger brother. For all you don't know, Eli Manning stole perfection from Tom Brady in 2007. The Patriots should have went undefeated, but the Giants took that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, and you didn't.
And not only that, they played a second time in a second Super Bowl in 2011, and Eli Manning beat Tom Brady again. And I fucking threw a little pity party about it because my boy Tom didn't win his Super Bowl. He should have 9 rings already.
But he doesn't.
He's only got 7.
All right. We're going to do our NFL picks. So last week, Danny was garbage. He was 6-9. I was 9-6. So let's do it again this week. Nah. These ones are garbage. I need to get some new sticky notes.
I'll pick another garbage lineup for you this week. I got you. Bruh.
Okay. We about to find out. Let's share our screen. Let's go to DraftKings. You want to mix it up this week? And do you want to do spreads?
Yeah, let's do spreads this week.
Okay. Well, we'll start at the very, very top. Thursday night football. Miami Dolphins versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see. The Miami Dolphins are the underdogs by 4 points. Cincinnati Bengals are not by 4 points.
Wow, I'm surprised by that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm taking Dolphins in the over.
You're taking Dolphins?
Yeah, over.
You mean the spread?
Yeah. Are we doing over? Wait.
Just the spread.
Plus just 4. Spread. Okay.
So you're taking them with 4 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, boss. I thought we were doing over and unders and stuff like that.
I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Okay.
We got Vikings and Saints. Vikings are favored. Saints are the underdogs by 3 points.
I'm taking the Saints.
Saints are the underdogs by 3 points. So that's what you're taking?
Yes, sir.
I'll take the Saints. Alrighty. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm taking the Jaguars.
I'm taking the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 6.5 points.
Listen, I know Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind. The Eagles have a top 5 defense. I just like what Doug Peterson's doing, and I think he's gonna shut down his former team.
Okay. What about the Buffalo Bills versus the Ravens? Bills are favored by 3 points. Ravens are the underdogs by 3 points.
So many injuries on the defensive side for the Bills. I like the Ravens.
Ravens. Damn, that's a good game.
It's going to be a good game. What time is that game, by the way? I'll just tell you.
12.
Oh, that should be a primetime game. That should be a Sunday night football game.
I'm taking the Bills.
I hope so. I'm going against that quarterback, so hopefully they prove us wrong. Or prove me wrong, so they score a lot.
Colts versus Titans. Titans are the underdogs, 3.5 points. Colts are favored, 3.5 points.
I'm taking the Colts. You guys, I think you're going to build off that one against the Chiefs.
Same. All right, we got Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are favored by 4.5 points, and the Seahawks are the underdogs.
I am taking the Lions.
Same.
I like Dan Campbell. I hope he gets that franchise together.
I mean, he's bringing some promise to that city. Bears versus the Giants.
Oh, fuck. You give me a game.
Bears +3. Giants are favored by 3.
If Justin Fields play like he did last Sunday, I'm taking the Giants.
I'm taking Bears +3. All right, Washington Commanders versus the Cowboys. Washington Commanders are favored by 3. The Dallas Cowboys are favored by 3. The Washington Commanders are the underdog.
I don't even recognize the Cowboys as an NFL franchise, so I'm taking the Commanders.
Commanders, huh?
Fuck the Cowboys. They're gross.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Ew. That's gross.
Okay, we got Chargers versus the Texans. Chargers are favored by 4.5 points.
I'm taking the Texans. I think the Chargers are going to be on a downslide.
Okay, I'm going to take the Chargers then. Okay. All right, we got Browns versus Falcons. Browns are favored by 1.5 points.
I like the Falcons. They've been playing some good football. That was a loud burp, by the way. Yeah. I did.
I'm going to take the Browns 1.5. All right, we got Jets versus Steelers. Steelers are favored by 3.5 points.
I like the Jets.
You thinking an upset?
Yeah, I like upsets. I like upsets.
Same. I'm going to go with this one too, Jets.
Jets are a pretty good team. They're heading in the right direction.
Zach Wilson comes back this week too, though, I think. Maybe.
Yeah,
Cardinals versus Panthers. Cardinals are the underdog by 2 points.
I like the Panthers.
I'm taking Cardinals.
Been a rough year for the Cardinals.
Yes, it has. Let's see. You got Patriots versus Packers. Packers are favored by 10 points.
Is that funny to you? Does that make you laugh?
I'm
not rooting against my squad. I'm
taking Packers by 10.
I'm not losing. My team's gonna win. They're gonna run the football. They're gonna pound it.
So Patriots?
Absolutely. Why would I ever choose a team that's not the Patriots when they're playing that week? Like, why would I go against my team? I'm not gonna do that. Not doing it.
Denver Broncos or Las Vegas Raiders? The Raiders are favored by 2.5 points.
I like the Broncos. I think the Raiders are gonna go 0-4 and that team's gonna implode.
Same. I'll go with the Broncos. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this is Sunday Night Football. Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Chiefs are favored by 2.
You go first.
I'm saying Chiefs by 2.
So you're gonna root against Tom Terrific and the New England Buccaneers?
Yeah, I'm bums.
Tom Brady is gonna get together. He's gonna figure out what's going on with his marital status with Giselle. He's gonna be happy again. Whatever is going on in his marriage, I hope he can get it together because he needs to go out there and be happy again. I don't like seeing him sad in his post-game interviews. Julio needs to come back. Mike Evans needs to come back. Chris Godwin. Buccaneers.
Okay. All right. Last one is on Monday Night Football. LA Rams versus the 49ers. Who are you taking? Rams are the underdogs by 2.
I am taking the Rams. Aaron Donald and company.
Same. I don't know why they're fit. That's crazy. All right, it's set in stone, Danny. Everyone heard it. Everyone saw it. We're taking spreads now. We'll stop sharing that. Boom. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about is the current standings and see if you have any insight on that stuff. We're about to be finished. So currently, as it stands on the AFC East, Miami Dolphins are favored to win their division. Or not favored, but they are winning their division right now, 3-0. Buffalo Bills right behind them, 2-1, with the Jets 1-2, along with the Patriots. Browns and the Ravens are winning their division 2-1. Bengals and the Steelers follow at 1-2. Jacksonville Jaguars, are they real? Are they the real deal, Danny?
I like Trevor Lawrence. He almost fucked us in fantasy football last week. That's how much I like him. I think he's the real deal because Doug Peterson is using what he's good at. What he's good at out of college, like rolling out of the pocket, using a lot more play action passes and using his athleticism. I mean, for a big guy, he's 6'6", he can move around. So I'm like, they're using things to his strengths, and it looks way better than he did last year.
Yeah, he's really utilizing both those running backs over there too, and James Robinson and Travis Etienne. They're both being very productive over there too as well. And Christian Kirk is just balling out at wide receiver, man. He really is.
And I'll tell everybody who's the underdog for fantasy football that you want to look at later in the season. He played for the Cowboys last year. Is Zay Jones, wide receiver.
Yeah, he's been doing good. He's a good waiver wire pickup if you want to pick him up and stash him on your bench this week, or if you're in desperate need of help, you can actually start him. But yeah,
he's solid. You can move him in the perimeter on the outside, or you can move him in the slot. I mean, he could do a lot of damage either way. I mean, he's a good receiver. I'm surprised the Cowboys didn't take him, but that's just poor management by the Cowboys. I mean, when they have talent, they just get rid of it because Jerry Jones and the rest of that franchise don't know how to manage shit. If they had a guy like me, I would change the logo. I would change everything about that team and fix it.
And all the traditionalists would go crazy.
Yeah. They'd be like, you suck. You suck.
The Colts are 1-1. I think they're going to keep progressing and getting better. The Titans, I think they're garbage. I think the Texans are garbage. You got Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders, and everyone thought this division was going to be insanely great. Right now, it's looking like it looks like it's going to be the Chiefs again. Chargers have a lot of injuries going on. Raiders are having some issues on their team. We don't know what's going on with them. It looks like the Broncos and the Chiefs are battling it out. I think the Denver Broncos are going to figure it out eventually. In the other league, though, the only other undefeated team besides Miami is Philadelphia Eagles. They are 3-0.
They're legit.
Yeah, they're pretty legit right now. Dallas Cowboys are looking pretty good with Cooper Kush, and they get Dak Prescott back week 5, I think, maybe, or week 6, and they're 2-1 right now.
How are the Cowboys good with a backup quarterback?
Right? New York Giants with Daniel Jones are 2-1 as well. And don't say I told you so, Washington Commanders fans, but Carson Wentz has you guys at 1-2.
Yeah, they suck too. Everybody sucks besides the Buccaneers and Tom Brady.
Michael Dwyer, who just came out of nowhere and started talking.
Yeah, I thought he died.
Last night.
Michael Dwyer, love you, boy. Glad you're still alive.
His Vikings are actually tied. It's crazy. It's like the NFC North is the most competitive division right now. It looks like the NFC North. There's 3 winners that are tied for the division right now, and the Minnesota Vikings, Packers, and the Bears all at 2-1, and the Detroit Lions are right behind them at 1-2. I think they're a lot better than what they look at right now. But
I think the Lions are way better than the Bears. I think the Bears.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we'll see how how it progresses throughout the season as teams start to learn and get a little bit better. NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 2-1, and then everything else is kind of mediocre, 1-2 with the Saints, Falcons, and Panthers. You can't really see much. I think the Saints will be better though.
And I want to add to this: if Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Julio Jones were playing against the Packers, the Buccaneers would have beat.
It probably would have been a different story. Yeah.
They would have beat the Packers for sure.
It just would have been a little bit more competitive. I know that, but also you got to realize the Packers don't have any rapport with their wide receivers right now. They'll probably have that later on in the season.
These 5th, 6th string bums.
You said what?
Tom Brady doesn't have any rapport with these 5th, 6th string bums at wide receiver.
Oh, I know. That's
They
what
call
I was
me up
saying.
like,
Like,
Dan, I need you to get on the field
basically,
right
no one has any wide receivers in this game. But that's what I'm saying. Like in the future, when they go and meet each other again, they're gonna have all that rapport. And when they go to clash again, it'll be the best of the best.
Yeah, and then Tom Brady will go to the Super Bowl. He'll win. He'll retire. Unfortunately.
Moving on. So NFC West, Los Angeles Rams are 2-1. 49ers 1-2. Seahawks are 1-2, and the Cardinals are 1-2.
I want to add to that. The Rams won't repeat because their offensive line woes. The offensive line, terrible.
Being terrible right now.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
Yeah, they're not looking too good right now. They're not looking too hot. But I don't know. I feel like we still don't know who's who yet. We're waiting for some of these teams to separate themselves from the pack. Figure out who those real elite teams are and who are the pretenders are, who are the contenders. We don't know, but we shall find out here soon. We have what? This is week 4, right, Danny? Or week 3?
This is week 4.
Week 4. So this is going to be the quarter of the way through the season. We'll see who our quarter of the way winners are as far as who's been doing good on fantasy and who's been doing good in the NFL and all that stuff. But yeah, I can't wait, man. It's going to be great. You have anything else you want to add, Danny?
I want to add that I can't wait to win every championship with you this year. I want to say thank you all for playing in our fantasy leagues. I want to thank you for contributing your money to us. I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to beat all of you guys. We got the best team in the league. I'm sorry.
Also, we're still undefeated, and I'm trying to, like I told you, that's one of my accomplishments I want to achieve this year is I want to be undefeated in a league. That's it. Just
we're going to go undefeated in both leagues, so we're going to kill 2 birds with one stone.
Even right now, I have 3 chances, so let's do this shit.
I mean, you're questioning me in the big league I was in, but that's okay. You always do that to me.
You said what?
Oh
yeah, I know. I'm sorry. All right, man. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, buddy. Adios, amigo.
Later. Also, guys, don't forget, subscribe below. Hit that like button. We'll only need 94 more subscribers to hit 200, and just keep hitting that like.
Oh, I mean, you're not liking the like button like I want you to. If you like it, you get a prize from me.
Ooh.
It might be a gift card, Starbucks. If you go to one in Town Point, order a lot of frappuccinos. It's fun.
So you heard that from Danny. He says one lucky random winner who likes this show will get a Starbucks gift card somewhere. Could be you. Later, people.
Later, game.